Hi, I'm Jesse Ortiz, and welcome to another one of my blogs. This week, I'd like to talk about one of the most misunderstood clubs in your bag and one of the most important clubs in your bag. Maybe you don't even have it in your bag, and that's why I'm going to tell you you should get one. The 52-degree gap wedge. Maybe a lot of you don't understand why the wedge is called the gap wedge. Well, I'll tell you. In the name of high-tech hype, about 20 years ago, all of us manufacturers decided that we were going to juice up the loft of the irons. So a 6-iron really became a 5-iron in loft. We added a ½ inch to the length of the shaft, and we put a number 6 on it. And guess what? Now all of a sudden you could hit your 6-iron further than ever before. Why? Well, we were telling you that it was high-tech. It was because of the technology. But you know what? All we did was really make a 5-iron and put a 6-iron on there. So what happened is all the irons got juiced up. They got stronger. In the old days, a forged pitching wedge was 50 degrees. Today, a pitching wedge is about 45 or 46 or 47 degrees. So all those clubs got stronger. But guess what? Your sand iron stayed at 55 or 56. So now all of a sudden you had a gap. You had a gap between a 45 or 47 degree pitching wedge. You had almost 10 degrees to a 55 or 56 sand wedge. Had we made the sand wedge stronger like the rest of the set, you'd never be able to get out of the sand. You wouldn't be able to hit a 52 or 53 degree club out of the sand. So now we had this gap. And this club, this 52 degree gap wedge, was born. Why is it so important? It's because it's the club that most golfers, with just very little effort, with a 3/4 swing, can hit 100 yards. Most of us can't hit a sand wedge 100 yards. If we do, we're swinging too hard. Your pitching wedge probably goes about 110, 115. Your sand wedge may go about 70 yards max, and 75, and then you've got this gap. Big trouble happens from 100 yards and in. As Dave says all the time, you throw away most of your strokes from 100 yards and in. But most golfers don't have a 100-yard club. So here you are, right at the threshold of the trouble zone, the 100 yards and in, and you don't have a club to master that shot. You don't have a club that, even if you slightly mishit it, you're within the green, close to the green. You've got to have a 52-degree wedge in your bag if you want to play better. So, next time you're out looking for a club, take a look at your game. See where you have a problem. You probably have problems starting at about 100 yards. If that's the case, go out and get a 52-degree wedge. I think it's going to be the most important club in your bag. You probably don't, if you don't have one now, you better go out and get one. And you'll see that with just a little bit of effort, you'll be in that 90 to 100 yard range, and you won't have fear in that range again. Play well, play often, and always have fun.